evening, everyone, or morning or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the weekly live meditation for the Dancing Bear Enlightenment Academy channel. I'm Dr. Beverly. And after meditating tonight, I was told to talk about the shifting energies going on right now. I don't know if you felt it. Those of us that are empathic, we feel everything. But there have been some really wonderful shifts in energy. I know there's a lot of naysayers out there, and the world could have come to an end, and it didn't. But it is an end. It's not end times, but my understanding is it's the end of time. So when you get into, we're in third density, where everything feels solid and we think everything is solid, but it's actually just light. In fourth density, you start to be able to see time. Now, I know that sounds weird, but you can see when you start seeing the mandala effect as timelines collapse. You start seeing the past and the future. Some of us have been prophetic our whole life and have seen the past and the future all our lives. But if that's new to you and you experience it, that's what's going on. So it's the end of time, and that's the beginning of fourth density, and that's where Earth has been moving into for some time now. And a lot of people who are awake know that and feel that and see it. And then when you get to fifth density, you actually can manipulate time. So if you want to go back in time to a certain point and experience that point over again, you can. And you can move into the future, because there's no such thing as time. It's an illusion. It's a manifestation of this density and AI environment we live in. Our consciousness lives here, but we're not here. Our soul is here to learn. And it could have been the end for humanity, and Lucifer and his minions could have won, and they didn't. They lost. So it's been, my understanding is it's been a war against the Merovingians and the Melchizedeks. So those of you that know what Melchizedek is and have followed it, then good. And if you don't know who the, okay, I can't say it now. The Monrovians. Anyway, they were a big family in Italy. They took over the Catholic Church. They were big in French royalty and part of the royal kings of Europe and kings and queens of Europe. And that's the darkness that's been controlling the earth. And it's been a war. That war that the Bible talks about that took place in heaven, it was still going on earth. And that war has ended. So you may have felt it. You may feel like you're breathing easier, you're breathing lighter, you're able to relax more. You don't feel quite as stressed. This New World Order, One World Order, whatever you want to call it, that's gone. That was part of the Merovingian crap that they were trying to put on us. So we can't fix Earth overnight. We can't fix it all at once. But Earth does need to be restored. It needs to be repaired. We need to replant trees. What the Bible describes as the Garden of Eden is what's coming back. And so if you've been living in fear, it's time to let go of that fear. If you've been living divisive, where you think color matters and religion matters, and if the person isn't your color or your religion, then there's something wrong with them, that is all crap from the Merovingians. So it's time to let go of all divisiveness. It's time to let go of, oh, it offends me when you say that. Well, guess what? That's your problem. If you're offended by someone else, that's your problem. So it's time to let all of that go, start accepting everybody, start collaborating, start living in peace and unity. And the way we do that is to stop criticizing and start accepting. Not everybody is like you. You are unique in the world. I'm unique. Everybody is unique. Not everybody has the same face. Even twins have slight differences. Identical twins with the same DNA have slight differences. I think their fingerprints are the same, but there are aspects that are different. My brother and I are not twins. We're 12 years apart, and yet we have a lot of similar beliefs, similar attitudes, similar behavior, almost like we're twins. But he's a man and I'm a woman, and we're as different as night and day. So everybody, even in families where people are very similar, look alike, talk alike, there's still differences. So it's time to enjoy and celebrate the differences. So tonight I thought what we would do is a meditation. Obviously, that's what we do. And well, we'll see. I just let source come through like I usually do. I sometimes don't know what's going to happen until it happens. And I just allow source to guide the meditation and take it where it goes. Sometimes I find out ahead of time. I was just told ahead of time to talk about the energy. So I talked about it. So let's do a meditation. I don't know how long we'll go. Last week I knew we'd go a long time, and we did. I don't know. We'll just do this by ear and see what comes up. And so this will be a spontaneous, source guided meditation. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to do a share screen, and I'll do share sound. Well, that's weird. My thing changed here. I don't know why that changed. Oh, here, I must have touched the wheel. There we go. I fixed that. Let me see if it looks okay on YouTube. Yeah, it looks weird on YouTube. Hopefully, there we go. Okay, it's being fixed on YouTube. Sorry about that. Let me make sure that the sound is shared, because sometimes, no, it didn't. Okay. Let me check that again. There. Share sound. Okay. Apparently there's a stereo mode. I haven't been using stereo. Wow, learn something new every day. Either that or that's new. So let's get the music started. So the music. So if you have a headset, get your headset. And you have a choice. You can sit, stand, walk, or lay down. If you're going to lay down, be sure to put something under your knees and under your neck to protect your back. And if you're going to walk, just walk in a small circle. Walk very purposefully. Usually you just look down and you just take one step at a time, go very slow, very focused on your walking. And if you're going to stand, I suggest you look at something living, something green, like a plant, or out the window if you have a nice view of some plants outside. And if you're going to sit up straight, pull your scapulas, your angel wings on the back, pull them together and down. That straightens your back so that you're completely straight. Your feet are flat on the floor. It's easier to ground when your feet are flat on the floor. It's also easier when you're barefoot. Unless you have a plastic floor, in which case it doesn't matter if you're barefoot or not. And the mudras are, if you don't want to be spaced out, hands flat down, face down on your lap. If you want to get spaced up, turn them palm up. I said face down. How do you have face down on your hands? Palm up. If you like being spaced out, if you just want to close your circuits, it's like this. And if you want to manifest, it's the first two fingers and your thumb. And if you know other mudras, you're welcome to use those as well. Okay, so go ahead now into your inner space, and I'm going to hide myself so you just have your beautiful self. And just go ahead and begin to relax. Allow your monkey mind, if you have one, to just calm down. Any fretting, worries, concerns, just let them float away. They'll be there when we are finished. And you manifest what's going on in your head. So if you have fear and negative energy in your head, that's what you will manifest in your life. So enough people on earth have manifested peace, and we got it. We are going to have peace. It's going to take time, but we will restore Earth, and we will restore humanity. So go ahead and feel the Earth energy coming up into the balls of your feet and your first chakra, grounding you as you answer back to Mother Earth. We are one with the Earth. She is our mother. All living things on Earth are born from the Mother. And all living, non-living things are also born from the Mother. And the Father comes in the form of the Son, giving us the energy we need to grow. Chinese medicine, we call it the yin and the yang. The yin of the Mother, the yang of the Father. And we allow the yin to come up through our base, and we allow the yang to come down into us through our crown chakra. So just feel the energies coming in, up from the bottom, down from the top, and meeting at the heart. And the heart's job is to integrate the yin and the yang. That doesn't have anything to do with if you're male or female or sex or whatever. It's just an energy. And we all have both the yin and the yang, the male and the female energy. And the heart integrates these two and sends it out to every cell in our body, all of our channels, all of our organs, all of our glands, our different systems, our skeletal system, our muscular system, our skin, our nervous system, all aspects of our body, as well as our chakras. And once our chakras are balanced, the energy goes out to each of the 7 layers of our auric field. And your aura goes out naturally about 3 feet. If your aura is going out further than 3 feet, just pull it back, condense it a little, and just allow it to be healed and balanced by this wonderful energy. And we call on Source, the Divine, God, whatever you want to call it, Great Spirit, to fill us with His healing energy, to enlighten us, to guide us, and to heal us as a soul, as a mind, as an emotion, and at the physical level as well. Allow this divine energy to flow down into you, upgrading your vibration as it does, vibrating every cell. You can feel your hands and your feet tingling, and the tingling moves up your legs and arms, into your torso. And now your chakras are spinning even faster, aligned front to back, top to bottom, raising our frequency and vibration as it does. And if you have something to ask Source, go ahead and do that now. In the meantime, we'll just listen to the music. Going to very slowly now begin to come back into your body. I'll stop the share and just come back slowly so you don't get a headache. Put your toes and fingers. You have some water nearby. Have a sip. That'll help ground you. If you have a journal, write down any insights that you got. I always like to be in gratitude all day long. Some people set aside specific times, but I like to just do it all day, all the time. And today, I don't always talk after the meditation, but during the meditation, I got some information I was told to talk about. So I'll talk a little bit if that's okay. I know you're probably a little spaced out, but that's all right. So I'm on an app called Nextdoor. It's a neighborhood app. And my car needed a wash and haven't had time to get it washed. And someone said, my kids will wash your car for $15 and we'll buff it out for $20. And that's a pretty good deal. So I hired these kids and they worked really, really hard. So I gave them more than 20. But the thing of it is, when you look around today, there's so many people who feel entitled. Oh, this happened to maybe an ancestor, not of mine, but of somebody, but I want money because of it, just because I'm here, or I need free welfare, free food, or I don't want to work anymore. And then there's people out there who work, and even when they don't work, they don't get unemployment, they just go find another job. And that kind of society isn't sustainable. If there's people who only take and people who only give, sometimes the people who give get sick, get tired, retire, whatever. Who's going to give then? And so these parents, bless them, are teaching their children not to be entitled. And of course, if I see neighborhood kids wanting to do something for money, I always hire them, because when I was a kid, people hired me. They bought my Girl Scout cookies or candy or whatever I sold. They hired me as a babysitter. I mean, I started working when I was 10. So if you're 10 or 12 years old, that's about a good age to start learning that money doesn't grow on trees. So I just thought I would talk about that. It sort of came through to talk about it, about being in gratitude and understanding that there really is nothing for free. Everything is based on the law of karma. And in physics, there's a law, it's called, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. To me, that's science saying karma. I think in the Bible, it's called the golden rule. But every belief system, every religion, all has their way of expressing it, but it's basically karma. What goes round comes round. What vibration you send out is the vibration that comes back. There's many, many ways of saying the same thing. So paying it forward, you could say I was paying it forward to all the people who bought my little Girl Scout candy or cookies or hired me as a babysitter by hiring children. So if you have anyone in your neighborhood who's willing to work for a little bit of cash on the side, I would honor that and hire them, even if they're not as good as, say, an adult professional would do, but they're learning and they did a great job. And I now have a spotless car with shiny wheels and vacuumed out and everything. It's really awesome. So I'm grateful for that, grateful for them, and grateful that you joined us tonight. So remember to be the light. you want to see in the world.